Hello, Manik.
Hi Amrita. I hope the issue gets resolved now. Try now.
Hi. Good.
Perfect. Great. Okay.
Just had to go back.
Great.
That's it. I think I'm
Wonderful.
better.
Yeah, that's how I was saying that's how it works in life many times, right? Going back and then coming again.
So true.
Yes. So, yeah, so where were we? So, many friends, Dr. Kitty actually asked me when I was talking about this session that how did, you came to this world of sleep and someone actually specializing in sleep and being an influencer and telling people that, sleep is important. It is extremely important for your health. So how did that, journey happen?
So you know what? Now because everybody can hear me perfectly, since it's yoga day and it's so much about breath, how about let me give this analogy with a breath. So Achal, I request you to close your eyes, and I request whoever's watching us to just close your eyes and just follow. Just follow and trust my words. Keeping your eyes closed. Stay connected to your breath and observe if there is any pause that you feel after your inhalation and after your exhalation. Just want you to observe. Just observe this subtle pause that comes in after every inhalation and exhalation. And now taking deep breath in and a deep breath out. Is the pause still there? With me, inhale and hold that pause for a bit. Exhale. Hold that pause for a bit. Inhale. Hold that pause. Exhale. Hold that pause. Hold a little longer. Exhale. Just go back to your normal routine. And whenever you're ready, acknowledging and gratitude to this beautiful breath. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So could you feel that pause? Was there a pause? Right?
Absolutely.
So this breath that we love so much, and you are a yoga teacher, you very well know that, how important our breath is. If this dynamic breath takes that pause, imagine this body, our mind, it's constantly working, and we forget to give that break, we forget that pause. And you must have realized when I extended or told you to hold that pause for a bit, it just enhanced your breath even more. It didn't become bad. Life.
So true, Dr. Kitty. This reminds me, of course, of my yoga practice and also when I met you for the first time in the Yoga Institute when we were, learning yoga and I met you. And I must tell the audience that Dr. Kitty is a gem. So she'll just, explain such difficult concepts related to your body and anatomy in such simple language that it's just becomes so easy to understand. And that's where we actually, especially I started following you.
That's so
And late,
Thank you.
And that's how later I got to know actually that, reading about your post and everything, that sleep is so important for us. Often we take it for granted. And okay, we are not sleeping. It's fine. Sleeping at 4 a.m., sleeping at any point of time.
Because
Yes,
today,
yes,
not
Dr. Kitty.
sleeping is considered heroic. When you say, I have no time to sleep, but if you truly understand that what sleep does for you, I don't think we would ever compromise on it. And I think that's why my mission today is just making people aware as to what sleep does. And I think we all know that one night of disturbed sleep can disturb us in every way. We all know that. But I think it's an epidemic that's so silent that nobody really talks about it. And I felt, if not me, then who? So.
We are we are really very thankful to you. And Devika and Vidya just say that Dr. Kitty has an amazing sense of calmness within her. So I
Oh,
thought I'll just let you know.
thank you.
That's super. So, Dr. Kitty, one of the questions that I often face is our across every age, like be it students, youngsters, or even till we age, everyone faces this problem of disturbed sleep. So
Right.
they have a question in their mind that, we are not able to sleep well. Like we have a disturbed sleep, we wake up at any point of time during the night, and some of them also feel anxious when they wake up, and then they're not able to sleep back. So what is it that is going wrong? Are there some things that we need to learn or maybe relearn that can actually, bring a change?
I love this question. So, we fail to understand that we all have different sleep rhythm. And when I say we, I mean, as a child, you'll realize that as a toddler, the only thing that that toddler does is sleep. Because the amount of sleep that the toddler requires is a lot more than what we as adults need. So we all have different sleep circadian rhythm. When I say circadian, let's just understand it as a sleep cycle or your body clock. So a toddler needs much more sleep than what I need. But a teenager needs a different kind of sleep routine. You will always find that even we as teenagers, we love to be up late in the night and be in the bed till late. But we didn't realize that that's their rhythm. That is why today in the world there are countries who really understand this and are tapping into that potential and making the school time much more later than what it is. Because so basically, I'll just touch on a little bit on the dream part here. Because just before you wake up, we are having a lot of dreams. And when we miss out on that dream sleep, which is like your emotional upheaval, which takes care of your emotional upheaval, we are compromising on our emotional health. And that is why, as you rightly said, you feel much more anxious than what you would naturally feel because you're not allowing that child to sleep well. And today I have patients who come to me, these young, 10, junior college, who say, only thing I want is sleep because we feel it's lazy, but it's not really laziness. It's something that they really desire. So please sleep well without the need of an alarm clock. By that I don't mean be lazy. Okay, please understand that difference. Very important.
Yeah, I have tried it in my life once that, I'll not use an alarm clock. And surprisingly, actually, it worked. I just thought about it that I have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning without an alarm clock. Like, let me just, challenge myself and I'll be able to do it. And it happened. Like, even I would say I wasn't able to continue this 5:30 routine for a longer time. But when I really, decided to do it, it actually happened.
Yeah.
So we have to give some,
I
importance
think
here,
we
especially.
forget to trust our body. That's the whole problem today. And that's what I want to people to understand in the world, that trust your body. It knows everything because when you fall sick, the only demand that your body has is rest. We all know that the body is only asking for rest. It will, the first thing it will do is cut or make that tongue into a distaste. It will kill that taste buds for us. But what we do is keep feeding ourselves forcefully because we need energy. So please make sure that you sleep well and not just eat well. Because when you
Yes,
sleep, you will even eat well and exercise well.
so true. I actually had a list of questions, and also thought to start on a different note, but the connection problem diverted it a little bit. And now we have some questions that is coming from the audience. So let us take it one by one. So the question Jyoti asks here is that how important is the quality of sleep, and what is the actual, I think if I'm understanding the question correctly, what she means is that what is the ideal duration of the sleep? This was one
So
of my questions as well, that what is the ideal duration of a solid night's sleep?
I love the word solid. So, let's first cut it into two parts, quantity and quality. Ideally, I don't pay so much attention on quantity that much because if you truly rely on your body will wake you up, irrespective of how many hours you had. I basically combine science and spirituality. My focus is a lot on quality. And when I talk about sleep, it's the day that you had. The reflection of your day shows up on your sleep. Don't have a bad day and assuming that your sleep will take care of it. No. Make sure that in the day you have those pauses, as we just did, like a minute of pause. I don't know, Achal, whether you felt that, but you automatically feel a sense of calmness when you just go inward, right? We all feel that. So taking that pause during the day, making sure that your night is beautiful. How many hours you really need? On a scientific basis, it's said 7 to 8 hours because we need those 5 cycles. But just having a good quantity but a bad quality is detrimental. Focus on the quality, quantity will be taken care of. Because once your quality of sleep is beautiful, you will only wake up with those beautiful thoughts. And I'll just give a magic trick here that, as Achal said, that at times when I just say I want to wake up at 5:30, I wake up at 5:30. I actually use sleep as my magic wand. I even ask question to my sleep. You know what? This is the question I have. Make sure I wake up with an answer. And I actually wake up with an answer. So please focus, not just, that sleep, okay, the minute I'm on the bed, I should be sleeping. No. How you schedule your day, schedule your night. Make sure that you give that respect to your sleep. And not just, I should be falling off to sleep. No. Sleep is really amazing. Take charge of it.
That's really beautiful. Like, you have to take care during the day. It's not just about the night, it's about your day. That also accounts. And with this, I also got an answer of one of my questions that I used to wonder, that there are some people who just sleep for 4 hours or 5 hours and they still have a lot of energy during the day, and they manage to, do all their work very efficiently. So maybe that's how they have been, in a routine for quite some time in their life, and then that's how they have made this happen. They focused on the quality and not the quantity.
Yes.
So
By that I don't mean, don't focus on quantity. No, that's equally important. But priority to your quality and then goes your quantity. Because once your quality is good, everything else is really sorted. Because your mind will be at pace, and we all know that once our breath is moving much more slow, the energy that you require is much less. So it goes to the
yes.
same, that once your quality is taken care of, your body won't be sleeping. Today we use sleep as the only form of rest. So that's why, our mind gets bombarded with thoughts. Take care of your mind, and sleep will take care of everything else.
Great. So Devika has a question, but Devika, just before your question, I would like to discuss a little bit, since we were talking about the breath and how breath functions to, calm us. And that is one of the main points of yoga. Breath is our best friend. So how is yoga related to a good quality of sleep? And
Oh, yoga is my life, and that's why I teach in that
see,
institute.
yes,
And when I say yoga, I don't mean just those stretches. I hope everybody just gets that. Yoga is the way of life for me. So right now, even when I'm talking to you, the fact that I'm focused, I'm meditating. This is also meditation for me because my mind is truly listening to what you're saying. I'm very aware of the words that are coming out of my mouth. Second part of yoga that really helps is during yoga, we constantly, the first rule of yoga is non-violence. So practice non-violence towards yourself with the level of thoughts, with your words, with the actions that you take place, especially towards yourself, because today we are very harsh to our own selves. And you know, when I hear people say that I'm good to others, I'm just harsh to yourself, I'm sorry. If you're harsh to yourself, you're going to resonate and give out that energy outside. So the first rule of thumb of yoga is non-violence. Of course, the breath. I think, as I mentioned, I do a lot of breathing exercises for my entire course that I take for sleep. Please take care of your breath, and that's why I put a lot of emphasis on pauses. During the day, take a pause. If you don't feel like doing anything, just observe what's going on with your breath. Stretch a bit, just move a bit. Observe what thoughts are coming and just keep going on rather than using just sleep as your yoga. Today's people will either compromise on their sleep and run for their yoga routine, which is also not good. Because when you're not slept well, your body is not going to release fat, but it will start releasing muscle and it will work in survival mode. Because sleep is your reparative, it's your restoration. Imagine if the plumbing or the restoration is not done well in your house, how would your house function? Please take care of your sleep. Keeping yoga as the best pillar, keeping mindfulness as your best pillar, and see the magic that sleep does.
Great. So there are a lot of questions. So I'll try to, we'll try to answer all of them in our talk. So before coming to the questions again, I have read about the sunshine sleep. So that is one big thing that we can notice on your profile, and the importance of sun in our lives and our sleep. So could you a little bit brief us on that?
So for me, I connect everything to nature, and our body is nothing but nature. That's what we are made up of. So, when I think about Earth is constantly receiving its light from the sun. Sun does not say anything. It keeps giving the light, right? And we are the lucky ones who receive it. Same goes to our sleep. Our sleep has been taking care of us forever. From the time we are born, the only thing we start learning is sleep. So if sleep has been taking care of us, just like the sun has been taking care of Earth, that's why I decided let's combine both these important pillars, because sleep is truly like sunshine for me, and I hope for a lot of people in this world. Because once you sleep well, you will wake up with that sun energy. You will actually be welcoming the sun rather than feeling drowsy and not being awake to welcome that sun. So that's why I named it Sunshine Sleep, because sun and sleep work so well together. Because when sun rises, people think it's time to sleep. But how many of us actually acknowledge that sun? Be grateful to that sun energy. In the same manner, how many of us actually say thank you to our sleep? Every time we go to bed, we just take it for granted. I just hope that everybody realizes how much sleep takes care of us. How much. If I could give like hours of lectures on what not sleep can do for us. So if you want fine skin, if you want physical fitness, if you want your hormones to function well, couldn't stop myself. If you want amazing cardiac health, beautiful memory, coming up with great ideas, please take care of your sleep.
That's a good learning for me as well, because I practice gratitude in my life often at different times of the day. But I'm not sure if I ever said thank you to my sleep. Like, I'm also thinking at the moment. So that is something I it has got me to a thought. Like, seriously, did I ever thank my sleep? And so with that, we come to the next question, which Devika has. So she has asked a few questions. So firstly, she says, I'll just read it out fully so that, we are able to understand it. I tend to sleep when I am overwhelmed with life, when I'm stressed out or sad. I go into a deep, dreamless sleep, and I usually wake up in a more emotionally stable state than when I went to the sleep. And then she says later that I sleep a lot, and my afternoon naps are usually very longer, and then I can sleep again and at night, like, for 7 hours or so, even after sleeping for 4 to 5 hours during the day. So
So
is there something wrong with it, or she wants to know, is it fine
so
or what?
I'll divide it because there are three questions in it. The first one being, if you're sleeping a lot, it basically means that your body is asking for that much repair work, whether it's mental or physical. So it's not just about sleeping a lot, address it. As we always say, yoga is one modality in my life that makes you confront. We don't run away from our emotions. We confront our emotions when we are doing a meditation practice. So sleeping a lot, of course, we all know that if our body is asking for something too much, there is some disturbance. As she very rightly said, when she feels overwhelmed, body does not want to do anything. Your mind just switches off, because what we're trying to do is trying to run away and just go off to sleep. We're not ready to confront that emotion. But let me add another aspect to this. When we go to sleep, especially when we go into a dream sleep, I always say this, your emotional life bleeds into your dreams. Okay? So when you dream about something that probably has happened around you, it is actually a beautiful detachment practice that you build up, and you will wake up feeling much more better than what you would. And that is why, if there is a problem, as I just spoke about it, I ask a question about it and I wake up with a beautiful answer. So my book Sunshine Sleep came up with a question, and that's when I got an answer to it. So I actually use sleep as a magic wand by taking that 1 hour of complete switch off before I go to sleep. It's like a complete transition ritual before I sleep.
Great. So Manik here says that like your computer, laptop needs reboot regularly to work properly. Similarly, the body and mind needs a reboot too.
Yes, but
that's
this
that's
reboot, amazing. It does not just reboots, it does a lot of other magic. That's why I always say that sleep is not just relaxation. Sleep is one of the most active processes, especially your dream sleep, where your brain and your heart is like, that's why in our sleep we become like superheroes, right? Sleep is a superpower. Use it. Actually take charge of it.
superpower, sleep. Yeah, seriously, like for me also, I never thought of, giving so much. Like sleep is so special to me. I should really feel very special and feel that gratitude towards my sleep if I'm able
I
to sleep properly.
Yeah,
That's
I just
one
add here because I
great
talk
thing.
a lot about nature. I think nature is so intelligent, and our Mother Nature gave us those many hours, right, where we are not socially engaging, we are not interacting, we are not physically moving. But our Mother Nature is so intelligent. Why would it devise so many hours where we feel we are not doing anything? But our body is actually doing a lot of amazing things along with our mind. And what if I tell you that our soul, we go up level? There's an up level state of consciousness that we reach when we sleep. So for anyone who is thinking just not just mind and body, believe me, it works even for your soul. So it's like this perfect foundation for your life.
That's something that I often use in front of my friends and also whoever does yoga with me, that nature actually has all the answers and the best of answers. All we need to do is just look, and everything is connected to it.
So true.
So that's really beautiful. Like we can connect each and every aspect of our life with nature. So there was a question in my mind, Dr. Kitty, and though I often tell it to other people as well, but I have also experienced it when I was working in corporate. That one thing that we usually do is sleep with a phone, chat and then sleep, or look at our office mails and then sleep. And I feel that if I'm opening up my email and I see one of the emails of my office which is not so good in the context, that will of course hover in my mind for some or the other reason, and it will disturb my sleep. So what exactly is the role of a mobile phone, disturbing or enhancing the quality of our sleep?
So I would say that there is an amazing power of information today in the world. And I truly believe that social media is one of the most amazing power. I think today, thanks to social media, I've got connected to a student of mine, right? So let's use information in the most amazing way. Okay, first thing, we're not supposed to, as I spoke about sun and sleep being opposite. As the sun starts setting, it's time for your body to also slow down. Our body, our eyes benefit with darkness. Imagine if you get up, okay, or you are just about to go to sleep and you put on your phone lights. You're confusing a night hormone which is supposed to be stimulated at its peak when it's time for you to sleep. And when you confuse it, that hormone is not going to release at its optimum, which is called as melatonin. So you're giving it a confusion signal. And then when you go off to sleep, first is that physical confusion, second is that emotional turmoil that you go through. So before sleeping, the thoughts that you go to sleep with, you will usually realize are the same thoughts that you wake up with. If you slept with, let's say a particular unserving thoughts, you will realize that thought has got churned and churned when you were sleeping, and you will wake up with those thoughts. So today I would say, what is your priority? Is sleep your priority, or that work mail which is not so important to be read at that point of time? So please make sure, as I say, I switch off my phone 1 hour before, because my sleep is my priority, because I know what my sleep does to me. If my sleep it's like, imagine I'm sitting here with you, but you don't look at me and give me that respect. You're just looking here and there, but I'm just sitting here talking to you. How would I feel? That's the same that your sleep will do. If you don't give it that respect, don't expect it to give you. It is taking care of you physically. At least start taking care of it by acknowledging it and doing a simple practice of switching off, of staying away from them at least for 30 to 40 minutes before you go to sleep, or if you can't even do that, sit in a room which is pitch dark, let that hormone rise up, observe your breath, just have a lot of gratitude of whatever has happened in the day, and then go to sleep. If there's one magic in my life that has worked wonders, it's just gratitude. That's it that I do, and magic happens.
Magic. Wow. So I think I got the answer of one of the questions, which talks about the best sleep environment. So a little bit you said about, just go to a room where it is pitch dark, take some pause. Anything else would you like to add to the best environment of the sleep?
So the first is, I always say this, that today we are so focused on only changing the external environment, but why not start with that? No problem if we start with that. Because the first thing that you could do is, start preparing your body and mind by making the ambience, at least your room, not very bright LED lights. LED lights have a long lifespan, but it's cutting our lifespan. So make sure that it's a little dim lighting in your, whichever space you are 1 hour before. If it is possible, try to make your room a little bit cooler, because when the environment is cooler, your body starts secreting a hormone which tells your body, like your sleeping cycle, it's time for me to sleep. Third, please hug yourself. I know it's not part of the environment, but it's part of who you are. Okay? Trust and just give a lot of gratitude to your body. Try not having a heavy meal before you go to sleep. Because if you have a heavy meal before you sleep, you're totally disturbing your sleep cycle. Because your sleep doesn't know, should I be digesting food or should I be focusing on restoration? And last but not the least, a lot of people might hate me for this, is avoid caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine is a stimulant which stays in your body for 12 hours. And that is why today the world has got into the caffeine addiction. And alcohol is not relaxing you, or let's just say it's not giving you the sleep, or it won't allow you to get into the sleep that your body requires. And if you can, take a hot shower, because in the hot shower or warm shower, no phone can enter. You're truly with yourself, and you're cleaning your body from outside and inside.
Hot shower,
You
truly.
can
Like,
try any of this, try one of it for a week, observe the change.
that are some good tips and tricks also. Like, people ask that what are the tips, to have a good night's sleep. So all of this basically covers that. And hot shower is something that I have had an experience too. There were times when I wasn't able to sleep well, and someone suggested me during that time that, just take a shower and sleep, like just lukewarm water. And I used to do that, and I think it really helped me that time. Like, of course, I noticed it within a period of time.
Because
That's
when you're
how it's with everything.
Yeah, because when you're in the shower, there's nothing else that enters inside. It's you with your body, and be present in the shower. Actually enjoy that shower like a child. I always say this, keep that childlike, attitude in you alive. So when you have a shower, just forget and feel like cleansing is happening from outside and inside.
Great. I think we'll probably close in another 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll just take some questions, which is okay. Manik asks here, what does dream mean to you? Sometimes we see good and bad dreams, and few we remember when we wake up, and few we don't remember. Sometimes we wake up with shock in between. So
It
anything has
actually
to do with the sleep.
I actually answered this, but I'll just speak in one
Yeah.
line now, that your
Hmm.
emotional life bleeds into your dream. So the kind of day you have is what is going to show up in your dreams. So I actually keep a dream journal with myself, and I write down my dreams, because today I know so much about my life that probably I may have missed out during the day. My dreams don't forget to tell me about it. So
Wow.
things
Dream
are very
journal.
important, whether you remember them or not. They are very important for the kind of life that we lead today. Of course, your deep sleep is priority, but even your dream sleep.
Yeah, dream journal is something new that I would like to try. I haven't tried it ever. Maybe I would try it and see how it works. I'll definitely let you know how did that work for me. And one thing that I would like to mention to all our audience also, that everything happens with practice and consistency. Like, it's not just that we do it for one day and the results will show up just automatically. So same with, like Dr. Kitty is saying, that if you are doing something, the quality of the day matters. All your lifestyle matters, everything, your body clock. So you have to take care of all these things. Maybe start with few, not taking the stress of, doing everything all at once.
Yeah,
Maybe just starting with the few and then going ahead with it. We have one beautiful compliment for you, Dr. Kitty.
don't
Yeah,
any
please say, then I'll tell you.
just a warm shower, because today, that's the only thing that we need. Just be with yourself, because we all enjoy being with ourselves. But today we've stopped that because we're so consumed by outside. So just
I'm
start with.
just having a look at the questions. So yeah, other people are also saying I have never tried a dream journal, and someone has tried a dream journal. Okay, great. That's
Awesome.
nice to see. That's really nice to see. And then there is a wonderful compliment for you, Dr. Kitty. Love the way Dr. Kitty explained about mobile and the disturbing thoughts right before sleeping. And there is a thought also that in today's age, we give a lot of importance to money. And that is why, people term it, like you said in the starting of our discussion, that I
Believe
don't
me,
waste time on sleep.
when money will come flowing to you. Believe me, because you will wake up with amazing ideas. I can give you examples of two amazing singers who came up with amazing songs. They literally woke up and the lyrics was ready. So if you're today in the times that we are in, you know, that's what the world needs, amazing creative ideas. Take care of your sleep, go get your dream sleep, wake up with an amazing idea and see what that idea does. Sleep was an idea. See what sleep is doing today to me. Believe me, money comes flowing to you. Sleep makes you happy, healthy, and wealthy. Believe me. And your relationships are amazing. Because if you feel amazing, you won't be irritated or anxious with people around you. So it may get you
Exactly.
money, believe me.
Healthy and wealthy. True. So true. One question there is, Dr. Kitty, that so I'll just frame it and in a different way. So many people actually have the habit of sleeping during the day. And I think I have seen one of your videos that talks about the power nap. So
Yeah.
people sleep in the afternoon for maybe 1 or 2 hours, and then it becomes really difficult for them to sleep on time. And it easily you'll not even come to know when it's 1 or 2 a.m. at night. So what is your suggestion in terms
So
of the
I'll tell
afternoon
you,
sleep?
nap is supposed to be powerful. Make sure it's power nap. When it's power nap, ideally power naps need to be around 20 to 30 minutes. And here I would emphasize a lot on the time because your sleep goes through a cycle. We can't change that cycle. So if you can, ideally take 20 to 30 minutes. But if you have the luxury of time, make sure it's 90 minutes. Don't make it an hour because then you're curtailing your deep sleep. And once you wake up from that deep sleep, you'll feel more groggy, more irritable. You won't feel like doing anything. Second, make sure that nap is not just 2 or 3 hours before you sleep. Even if you're feeling sleepy, don't go to sleep. Being a sleep expert, I'm saying that even if you feel sleepy, don't go off to sleep then, because then you'll disturb something which is called as your sleep pressure. We need that sleep pressure, which caffeine disturbs it. So, please don't disturb your sleep pressure by taking that nap at the wrong time.
Yes, I think that's something which many people practice. That if they go to sleep, some of them I know, like my friends have been taking a power nap of just 10 minutes. And I unfortunately wasn't able to take a nap because I was like, when I sleep properly. So probably I'll skip the afternoon nap. And then they used to be so recharged, they could just sit on a chair, maybe just outside the class or in the canteen, just take a nice sleep nap of just 10 minutes, and then they would be full of energy till the
Yeah,
night.
because
So I have
it's
seen
so
that working.
important that you should be sleeping in that nap. When I say 20 minutes, it could only be being with yourself, being with your breath, it doesn't matter even if you don't get sleep. It's that time that you take for yourself. Believe me, I don't compromise on my power nap. It's very important to me. And I make sure that they happen just after my lunch because basically I give my body nourishment and restoration period. And we all know that after having lunch, we all do this. It's so natural, but we are not respecting or, living with the way body functions. We're just so outwardly, and some of it is because of certain compulsions, which I understand.
Yes, this is something which even I have tried. Like in office, of course, it used to be very difficult. Like, you can't take a nap. And in fact, you go out on a walk if you have the time. Else you'll just come back and sit on your chair and then again
But
start
let
working.
me tell you that there are a lot of companies, at least overseas, who have come up with these sleeping pods. And I'm so happy when I read about it that, wow, they're giving that priority to that nap. So it's really great to see them have that power nap.
Yes, I think that's one thing that companies have started focusing on. Like it's a part of the health of their employees. And I think that's one major need that, people need to focus. Also reminds me of the concept of compassion, self-compassion you talk about during our discussion, that don't be too hard on yourself, don't be non-violent to people and also not to yourself. That is extremely important
Yeah, I think
because often, yes,
Uh,
Dr. Kitty, yes.
yeah. I think that's why in yoga, that's like the first, part, like non-violence. And I think I'm
Yes,
stuck by that word too strong.
true. And being in the field of compassion, like for me, I believe a lot in compassion, self-compassion for others, everything. And that really plays a major role that, not being hard on yourself, not just trying to be perfect, and just taking a pause. You need rest. It's okay to take rest. You
Yeah.
don't need to just go on in that race.
We if our breath takes that rest, our heartbeat takes that rest, our pulse takes that rest, why don't we take that rest? This rest is energizing. Rest is not being lazy. Don't confuse restoration as being lazy. We grow when we rest, physically, mentally, spiritually.
True. That's what you said, right? You combine science and spirituality. And I think that's the most beautiful combination. Because there are people in science who are against spirituality, and then spirituality would sometimes have some conflict with science. And
Yeah,
when you merge them, that's beautiful. Like,
I
people
love
should
that.
often try that.
I think I respect science because science is the research that helps us understand a lot of things. But we all know that there is a lot beyond science. So I do my research, but I know that I believe in that higher energy that helps me and guides me throughout my life. So I have always that attitude that I know I'm being driven. There is some energy that takes care of me, and that's how magic happens.
And I think that was something that, I liked about you during our experience in Mumbai. So this beautiful combination, right? This was something which one can feel in your aura, I can say. And there are some beautiful things here being said. You are such an angel, Dr. Kitty. You explained so beautiful. Wonderful session. Dr. Kitty has been great. So I thought I'll just, quickly read it out to you. And
Thank
then
you.
science plus spirituality. That's one key takeaway for our audience as well.
Don't
So
fight.
we'll,
I don't have time to fight. I don't want to argue. Let's not waste time, disagree. Let's use time putting our attention on doing something well. So I don't have a problem if somebody's totally against what I say. I respect that choice, but I know where I want to go. Why should I waste my time disagreeing? Because everybody is right. There is no right or wrong. Everyone is right. It's the way they think. So
true,
you
exactly.
can totally disagree with me saying, I hate resting. I hate it. I respect that totally.
That worked wonderfully, Dr. Kitty. Seriously, that's something that even I try in my life with interaction with people or even social media. When they would try and critique on something, and I just say that it's perspectives. You might agree with me, and you might not agree with me. You may be able to connect, you might not be able to connect. So that's perfectly fine. No one is forcing anyone to do something, right? It's when you are able to connect with a person, their views, their thoughts, and then when you start, practicing maybe those particular activities or some values or any lifestyle or something on those lines. So with that, we'll just close in another 2 minutes. So if anyone has a question, they can put forward. And one quick question there was that, is it okay to sleep just after lunch, Dr. Kitty?
Yes, totally. Perfect. What I do. Because we anyways feel sleepy. Why not take advantage of it? So I do that. Totally. Please do that. After
I
lunch,
think I,
not after dinner.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
lunch
yes,
is
right.
power naps. Sleep and power
Hmm.
nap. Don't confuse them.
I think I read something on those lines somewhere that rest after lunch, and there was something rhyming. I don't remember that exactly, but it was like resting after the lunch and walking a mile after dinner. So it
Yes.
was a nice rhyming thing that I read it somewhere. So that's something that completely, makes sense. And there was something we have to find the things we agree on. Okay. So Devika, I think so she's become a big fan of yours, Dr. Kitty. So she says that every person is different, and we have to find the things we agree on and move forward in life. So that is a perfect way to, you know,
We just have to start
express
loving.
your opinion.
I think don't have the space to hate. Your sleep will also love you. Your body will love you. You will attract things that you love because that's the energy that you work with. And if you work with that energy, that's the energy that you'll attract.
True. So, since
Body
we'll just,
sleep.
yes. Could you repeat, Dr. Kitty? Sorry, I just couldn't hear the
I said,
last line.
start loving your body, start loving your sleep. Automatically, you'll start loving everything around you.
That's one wonderful, I think, thought to end on our session. And thank you, Dr. Kitty, so much, because
Thank you so much.
being a yoga practitioner, also, I would say that, of course, focusing on our breath, on our lifestyle, the way of living, the beautiful concepts and philosophies of yoga, that is something that, even I have been following. But then sleep is something I never even thought about it in so much detail, never gave that much of time to pay the gratitude to my sleep. Dream journal, such a new concept. Science and spirituality can go together, because even my background is from science, but still I haven't made much use of it in my profession.
Doesn't
It was
matter.
mainly into marketing and communications, but then yes, they both can gel together as well. So that's some beautiful things for us to take from this session. And I think we might have some more questions, and we will look forward if we can have another session, maybe, in some time, and
Sure.
then we can talk in detail about more concepts of
Thank
sleep.
you so much, Archel. It was a pleasure. It was a delight talking to you. And you have a beautiful
Thank you so
smile.
much.
And, you know, once Manisha, I had asked a question to Manisha Koirala, and she had told me something very beautiful, that beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. So everyone, including you who's talking, such amazing things about me, it's your beauty that you see in me. So it's your goodness that you're seeing in me, and that's why you can, and that's what is stuck in my head. So if I see something beautiful, it's you that's seeing it because you have it in you. So thank you so much for being so amazing.
Thank you, doctor. I can actually relate so much with that thought. So we'll leave our audience till here. Like, of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us offline, and then maybe we can have more sessions, or we can reach out to Dr. Kitty offline for your request. And thank you so much, Dr. Kitty,
Thank you so
for
much
your
for
calmness.
the session. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Same. Thank you so much. Thank you, audience, for being there, for your beautiful questions, for making the discussion so interactive.
Yes, thank you so
Bye.
much for all the angels out there.
Yes. See you then. Bye bye. Have a great evening ahead, everyone.